Welcome to Section 1. Introduction. The silent guardians of the road. Planet Earth is a network of diverse landscapes. Just like the natural world, our road systems are complex and intricate. Within this network, there are silent guardians that guide us, ensuring the safe and efficient flow of traffic. These are the lane markings, often overlooked but vital for order and safety on our roads. Lane markings, with their simple lines and symbols, speak a universal language, understood by drivers around the world. These markings are not mere decorations. They are the unsung heroes of road safety. They define the boundaries of our movement, dictating where we can drive, when we can change lanes, and how we should navigate intersections. Without them, our roads would descend into chaos, a tangled web of vehicles vying for space. Accidents would be commonplace, and the smooth flow of traffic would be a distant dream. Imagine a world without these guiding lines, a world where drivers rely solely on instinct and guesswork. It would be a recipe for disaster. Lane markings are essential for maintaining order and safety on our roads. They provide clear instructions to drivers, minimizing confusion and preventing potential collisions. By understanding these markings, we can all contribute to a safer and more efficient driving environment. In the following sections, we will delve into the specific types of lane markings, uncovering their meanings and exploring their impact on our daily commutes. Now let's explore Section 2, Solid Lines. Walls of safety. Solid lines on the road are like the walls of a house, providing structure and boundaries. When you see a solid white line on your right, it indicates the edge of your lane, separating you from the shoulder or curb. This line is a reminder to stay within your designated space, ensuring that you don't veer off the road or encroach on the space of pedestrians or cyclists. On multi-lane roads, solid white lines also separate lanes of traffic moving in the same direction. These lines are there to maintain order and prevent sideswipe collisions, ensuring that vehicles maintain a safe distance from one another. Solid yellow lines, on the other hand, mark the center of the road, separating lanes of traffic moving in opposite directions. These lines are a stark warning, a barrier that should not be crossed under normal circumstances. Crossing a solid yellow line, whether to overtake a vehicle or make a left turn, is a risky maneuver that should only be attempted when it is safe and legal to do so. Solid yellow lines are crucial for preventing head-on collisions, the most dangerous type of accident on the road. The color of the line, whether white or yellow, signifies the direction of traffic flow relative to your position. White lines delineate lanes moving in the same direction, while yellow lines separate lanes moving in opposite directions. These seemingly simple lines play a crucial role in preventing accidents and ensuring a smooth flow of traffic. By respecting these boundaries, we contribute to a safer and more organized driving environment for everyone. Moving on to Section 3, Broken Lines, Opportunities for Movement. While solid lines represent boundaries, broken lines offer opportunities for movement and flexibility. A broken white line separating lanes of traffic moving in the same direction signifies that you are allowed to cross this line to change lanes, but only when it is safe to do so. Before crossing a broken white line, it is essential to check your mirrors, signal your intentions, and ensure that there is sufficient space to merge safely into the adjacent lane. Broken yellow lines separating lanes of traffic moving in opposite directions indicate that you are allowed to cross this line to overtake a slower vehicle, but only when it is safe and legal to do so. Overtaking on a two-lane road requires careful judgment and attention to oncoming traffic. Before initiating an overtake, ensure that you have a clear view of the road ahead, that there is no oncoming traffic, and that you have sufficient space to complete the maneuver safely. The length of the dashes and the space between them can vary depending on the road and the situation. Shorter dashes with smaller gaps generally indicate a greater need for caution, while longer dashes with wider gaps may signal a relatively safer opportunity for lane changes or overtaking. The key takeaway is that broken lines offer flexibility, but demand careful judgment. They are not an invitation to weave in and out of traffic recklessly, but rather an opportunity to adjust your position on the road when conditions allow. Lastly, let's discuss Section 4, Double Solid Lines, an unbreakable barrier. Double solid lines, whether white or yellow, are the ultimate road boundary. They represent an absolute barrier, a clear message that crossing is strictly prohibited. Double white lines are often used to separate lanes of traffic moving in the same direction where lane changes would be particularly dangerous, such as on a bridge or in a tunnel. These lines reinforce the message that staying in your lane is paramount for safety in these restricted areas. Double yellow lines, often found on winding roads or in areas with limited visibility, are a stern warning against overtaking. These lines indicate that the risk of a head-on collision is significantly high, and overtaking is strictly forbidden. The presence of double yellow lines should be interpreted as a non-negotiable rule, a safeguard against potentially fatal consequences. Double solid lines are not suggestions, they are absolute prohibitions. They are a visual representation of the seriousness of the potential consequences associated with crossing them. Ignoring these lines is not only a traffic violation, but a reckless disregard for your own safety and the safety of others. Respecting double solid lines is essential for maintaining order and preventing accidents in high-risk areas. Section 5. Combination lines. Adapting to the road. Lane markings are not always uniform. Roads are dynamic environments and lane configurations often change to accommodate traffic flow and road geometry. Combination lines incorporating both solid and broken elements are used to adapt to these changing conditions. For instance, you might encounter a lane marking that is solid on your side and broken on the other. This indicates that you are prohibited from crossing the line, while drivers in the adjacent lane are permitted to do so when it is safe. Another common combination is a solid line followed by a broken line. This configuration is often used to control overtaking maneuvers. The solid line prevents overtaking in areas where it would be unsafe, while the broken line allows overtaking when conditions improve. These combinations of solid and broken lines provide flexibility while maintaining a level of control, adapting to the changing demands of the road. Understanding combination lines requires careful observation and an understanding of the underlying logic. The solid segments represent restrictions, while the broken segments offer opportunities. By paying attention to these variations in lane markings, you can navigate the road safely and efficiently, adapting to the changing conditions as you drive. Section 6. Lane markings at intersections navigating crossroads. Intersections are the meeting points of roads where traffic from different directions converges. Lane markings play a crucial role in organizing the flow of traffic at intersections, preventing collisions and ensuring smooth transitions. Solid white lines are used to define crosswalks, indicating the designated areas for pedestrians to cross the road safely. Drivers are obligated to yield to pedestrians within crosswalks, stopping completely if necessary to allow them to cross without obstruction. Solid white lines are also used to create stop lines at intersections controlled by traffic signals or stop signs. These lines indicate the point at which drivers must come to a complete halt before proceeding when it is safe to do so. Stop lines ensure that drivers have a clear view of oncoming traffic and pedestrians before entering the intersection, minimizing the risk of collisions. Lane markings at intersections often include arrows, providing guidance on permissible movements. A straight arrow within a lane indicates that vehicles in that lane must proceed straight through the intersection. A curved arrow indicates that vehicles in that lane are permitted to turn in the direction of the arrow. By following these arrows, drivers can navigate intersections safely and efficiently, minimizing confusion and preventing potential conflicts. Section 7. Arrows, guiding the flow of traffic. Arrows painted on the road surface serve as directional guides, instructing drivers on the permitted movements within specific lanes. These arrows play a crucial role in managing traffic flow, particularly at intersections and on multi-lane roads. A straight arrow within a lane indicates that vehicles in that lane must proceed straight through the intersection or continue along the current path. This marking helps to maintain order and prevent vehicles from making unexpected turns, which could disrupt the flow of traffic or lead to collisions. A curved arrow within a lane indicates that vehicles in that lane are permitted to turn in the direction of the arrow. Left turn arrows guide vehicles turning left, while right turn arrows guide vehicles turning right. These arrows help to organize traffic flow at intersections, ensuring that vehicles turning in different directions do not interfere with each other. Arrows may also be used to designate lanes for specific movements, such as dedicated turn lanes or lanes for merging onto a highway. Following the guidance of arrows is essential for navigating roads safely and efficiently. Ignoring arrows can lead to confusion, disrupt traffic flow, and increase the risk of accidents. By adhering to the directions indicated by arrows, drivers can contribute to a more organized and predictable traffic environment, reducing the likelihood of collisions and delays. Section 8. HOV lanes, sharing the road efficiently. High-occupancy vehicle or HOV lanes are designated lanes reserved for vehicles carrying multiple occupants such as carpools or buses. These lanes are typically marked with a diamond symbol and are designed to encourage carpooling and reduce traffic congestion. By providing a faster and more efficient route for vehicles with multiple occupants, HOV lanes incentivize carpooling, reducing the number of single-occupant vehicles on the road. This in turn helps to alleviate traffic congestion, improve air quality, and reduce fuel consumption. HOV lanes are typically separated from general traffic lanes by a solid white line, indicating that vehicles with fewer occupants are prohibited from entering. These lanes are often located on the left side of the freeway, providing a faster route for carpools and buses. The rules and regulations regarding HOV lane usage vary by location, including the minimum number of occupants required and the hours of operation. Utilizing HOV lanes when eligible can significantly reduce commute times and contribute to a more efficient and environmentally friendly transportation system. By sharing rides and taking advantage of HOV lanes, we can collectively reduce traffic congestion and minimize our environmental impact. Section 9. Bike lanes, creating space for cyclists. Bike lanes are designated lanes specifically for bicycles, providing a safer and more comfortable space for cyclists to share the road with motor vehicles. These lanes are typically marked with a bicycle symbol and are usually located on the right side of the road, separated from motor vehicle lanes by a solid white line. Bike lanes offer numerous benefits, including increased safety for cyclists, reduced traffic congestion, and promotion of cycling as a sustainable mode of transportation. By providing a dedicated space for cyclists, bike lanes reduce the risk of collisions between bicycles and motor vehicles. They create a clear separation between cyclists and faster-moving vehicles, minimizing the potential for accidents. Bike lanes also help to reduce traffic congestion by providing an alternative mode of transportation for short to medium-distance trips. Respecting bike lanes is crucial for ensuring the safety of cyclists and promoting cycling as a viable transportation option. Drivers should never encroach on bike lanes, use them for parking, or make turns across them without exercising caution and yielding to cyclists. By sharing the road responsibly and respecting designated bike lanes, we can create a safer and more harmonious environment for all road users. Section 10. Rumble strips, a wake-up call for drivers. Rumble strips are a road safety feature designed to alert drivers when they are veering out of their lane or approaching a hazardous area. These strips consist of a series of raised bumps or grooves installed along the edge of the road or the center line. When a vehicle's tires cross over rumble strips, they create a loud rumbling sound and vibration, alerting the driver to correct their course or reduce their speed. Rumble strips are particularly effective in preventing accidents caused by driver drowsiness or inattention. The jarring sensation and noise they produce serve as a wake-up call, prompting drivers to refocus their attention on the road and regain control of their vehicle. Rumble strips are also used to warn drivers of upcoming hazards, such as sharp curves, intersections, or toll booths. The effectiveness of rumble strips in reducing accidents has been well documented. They are a simple yet powerful tool for enhancing road safety, particularly in areas where driver fatigue or inattention is a concern. While the noise and vibration they produce can be jarring, they serve a vital purpose, reminding drivers to stay alert and focused on the road. Section 11. Conclusion. The language of the road. Lane markings are the silent language of the road, a system of visual cues that guide our movements and ensure our safety. From solid lines to broken lines, arrows to rumble strips, each marking conveys a specific message, providing instructions and warnings to keep traffic flowing smoothly and prevent accidents. Understanding these markings is not merely a matter of passing a driving test, it is an ongoing responsibility, a commitment to safe and responsible driving. As we navigate the complex network of roads, we must be attentive to these visual cues, interpreting their meanings, and responding accordingly. Lane markings are not arbitrary lines and symbols. They are the product of careful planning and engineering, designed to optimize traffic flow and minimize the risk of collisions. Respecting these markings is not simply about avoiding traffic tickets, it is about protecting ourselves and others from harm. By adhering to the rules of the road as defined by lane markings, we contribute to a safer and more efficient driving environment for everyone. The next time you are behind the wheel, take a moment to appreciate the silent guardians of the road. These seemingly simple lines and symbols play a vital role in keeping us safe and guiding us to our destinations. By understanding their language, we can all become more responsible and attentive drivers, making our roads safer and our journeys more enjoyable.